Hey, hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room this afternoon in the UK. It's 2:30 in the afternoon in the UK. I hope you were all okay. If anybody is watching, can they just let me know that they can hear the stream okay? And I shall explain what we are going to do this afternoon today. Just for fun, people, because it's music, it's just for fun. It's just for fun. Just let me skip this and see where we are. Okay, so here we go. The other day, I started this track. The other afternoon, couple of days ago, I started this track inside NanoStudio, and it's finished as far as I'm concerned. For my part, it's finished. But this will be another track for the new Joe and Doug album, which we're doing at the moment. So this is my part, and then hi Future Music, how are you? This is my part, and then Joe will take the actual 1 2 1 2 1. That's better. Joe will take this and then add it to Cubase's 2 and add her parts over the top. So I have basically this morning just finished this off, and I'm just going to have a quick listen to it through to see if it's okay mix wise before I thanks darling, thank you very much. To mix wise to see if it's okay to export, and we'll do the export. Then what we're going to do is we're going to start a new project in Auria Pro. Now I'll explain a bit about why I'm using Auria Pro when I get to it, okay? But first of all, let's just get this one sorted out and done. Hi Stephen. Hi Clayton. I'm glad you're here, Stephen. I missed you the last few days, mate. the new album, Stephen. Okay, so that is good enough. That's my part done, and then this will now go to Joe, and Joe will then add here bits in Cubases at some point soon. So let's see. What we need to do now is go back there, go here, and we're gonna go. I'm gonna save this anyway, and it's basically it's pre-titled Mindstorm. You know, I'm just naming the tracks, just whatever. We might change the names. So I'm going to go to mix down here, and it's going to ask me how I want it. Now, I want my sample rate mixed down to 44.1 because it's going into Cubases 2, and I like mixing in 44.1 anyway, so it doesn't really make much difference to me. I'm not going to normalize the files. I don't need to. It will tell me if it's clipping anyway. So it's possible, actually, if I go to the main thing and I go to my mixer, but I think I'm pretty low on the thing, but it'll be fine. So mix down, and here's your mix down there. So 16-bit wave, I want to mix down the entire song. It'll be the final mix, so render all, render tail, and all the rest of it. So basically we'll just start this mix down, and it'll mix it down like this, you know, 4 or 5 times the normal speed of its thing. So we started. We've got about, this will be the 4th track we've got, 4th or 5th, 4th, and the one I'm going to start in Auria will be the 5th, maybe. So yeah, we've been doing all right actually with it. So it doesn't take us too long once we get started, because it's not you know, we kind of know how we want to work. So it's cool. It's coolies, as Stephen would say. It's coolies. So I'm glad you're feeling okay, Stephen. And I don't know if any of you actually use Auria, so you'll see Auria. Auria's been around for absolutely ages. We're going to be using Auria Pro. And I haven't used it for a long time. And the reason why... Oh, it's doing it now. I'll explain when we get into Auria. So this is it. Look, one track peaked at 0.4 dB. That's okay. Okay, fine. Now I'll show you that file is now in. Remember, it was called Mindstorm. We can close Nano now. And if we go to the Files app, and we look for on my iPad, and we look for all these files, NanoStudio, NanoStudio 2, and then we look for Mixdown. You'll see we have the Slowing, which is another track, but I'm not sure. I'll have to play that to Joe. I'm not sure if that'd actually fit in with our album. But I might do an album of, just release a quick album of just all the project stuff that I've been doing in different things like Gadget, Nano, that wouldn't fit our album sort of thing. And there is our Mindstorm track, and I'm going to select that. Okay, so select, and I'm going to, instead of moving it anywhere else, I don't need to, I'm just going to hit share like this, and I'm going to hit save to Dropbox here like this, and I'm going to save it to, I'm going to look for another thing, because I'm going to save it to a different folder, and I'm going to save it to one new Joe and Doug album here. It's called One New and Joe and Doug album because it's easy to find at the top of the list, that's all. So we're going to choose, and then it'll be there, and I'm going to go save, and it will upload that track. And at any time now, Joe can just go into our folder in Dropbox and drop it into Cubases 2. Because it's a WAV file, you can drop it into anything you like. So you could drop it into 3 or Auria or whatever. Back into Nano if you want. Oh no, you can't drop it in WAV files, too big. But whatever do you want to use. Anyway, at least the weather's getting a bit better, isn't it? It's been a bit cold the last few days, though. It's a bit chilly. Right, this is pretty much done. If we go back, and it's on my iPad again. So we can kind of close files up now. Now, here's Auria. So Auria Pro. Let's open Auria. brand new project. I've give this a working title of Walking with Ghosts. So there's nothing there at the moment. The only thing that's there you can see are the buses, are the subgroups. So it has 8 subgroups. I haven't added any tracks yet. So you can add audio tracks or MIDI tracks. We're going to add MIDI because I'm going to start with one of Auria's synths. Well, one of the synths that you can only get in Auria. But Auria will run AUV3s, etc., like any other DAW. I'm going to go with menu, and I'm going to go add track. And we see you've got MIDI, mono or stereo. So mono or stereo is mono audio, stereo audio. But I'm going to add 1 MIDI track for now. Okay, and I can come back and add another in a bit. Or I could add, you know, 3 MIDI tracks, okay? And then it'll create 3 MIDI tracks here. And on each of these in Auria, if we go to this view, the wave view, it's like your kind of linear timeline door, basic thing. And this is your mixer. I'm just going to have to, bear with me a sec, gang. I've just got to take my sweater off. I'm starting to get warm now. Right. So if you're new to Auria, the thing with Auria is that you have this little thing is arming your record, and if I play the keyboard, even if I select it, anything is played, but you won't hear anything until I hit this little button here, and then you'll hear the piano. And if you want to see the instrument and stuff, you can hit it here and change the preset, but that's not going to show you. This is a patch from the Lyra sampler. But if we hit effects at the top, you'll see MIDI control and channel strip. So this is a channel strip per channel that you have in Auria. It's very professional. Can't stay to. Hi Lee, how are you? Okay, let me just go back up and right. Okay, so MIDI can. I think you can reverse a file in MIDI file in Atom too. I think, I'm not sure. I think you can. Anyway, MIDI control. So these instruments, Lyra sampler, and then FabFilter 1 synth and FabFilter 2 synths are like I think IAPs. I'm not sure if Lyra is an IAP, but the FabFilter ones are. And then you go into audio units, and it has all your audio units you can use inside here. And Lyra itself has some absolutely brilliant, great, I mean, really great sounds. Lovely. But we want to be looking at, really, I might do a Lyra thing. Oh, guitars, some nice Lyra guitars actually. So hi Russ. See, Stephen, I told you we all missed you. But for now, I want to go with an instrument. I want to go with something from FabFilter 2. And there's synth classics here. So you've got classic synth pads, classic vintage poly synths. I mean, there's just absolutely tons and tons of stuff. So I'm going to have to... Oh, I'm gonna... I'm just gonna go to the channel strip a second. switch the actual compressor on. I think that's really nice. And you'll notice the So what I'm going to do is engage my, if you go in here to this view, you've got your metronome settings, and I'm going to set my metronome for on to be recording. I'm going to set the BPM at 100 BPM for this. Obviously, I'm going to have a counting of 1 bar. I'm going to see if I can make it a bit better. Oh, look. And I'm just going to record this thing. This thing is a kind of adjuster. Did you? I'm gonna. I'm just going to play something like that in for a couple of bars, because the way me and Joe are working, it's just absolutely beautiful. I just record whatever you like, and then just Joe adds whatever she likes over the top, and it turns out really well. So really pleased. So I'm going to do this kind of like drumless. I might add drums in Cubasis or whatever, but you know. Anyway, let's see. So I've got my need to arm the track I'm recording, which is this one. And we'll have a 1 bar counting, and then we shall just go. So just let it fade out. Now I can press stop, and you'll see that it has recorded all our MIDI data in there like this. Now I'm pretty happy with this, so I'm going to actually go in. I'm just going to have a quick listen. So what I might do is just pick it up and let me move it to I'll just leave it where it is. I'll leave it where it is, and it doesn't matter. Yeah, no, because I can fix that anyway. So now, what you can also do, you can trim here like this if you want, but we don't need to do that. We can just leave it where it was, or you can actually fade like this. So hold and drag as a fade. And you can choose the curve of the fade as well. And then in this middle one here, you can actually do the volume if you want to. Or of course you can do the volume on the channel strip. Here. And if you want to add some effects to this, you can go into your, I'm going to stop the arm for record there. I'm going to go into the effects. And this is where you can set your channel strip up with a bit of compressor, bit of EQ, or add any of the incredible effects that you can buy as part of Auria, or use your AUV3s, which is the green ones here. or use any of the other ones. Like I've got like all the FabFilter stuff in here, which is really very nice. But we don't need that. That sound is pretty affected anyway, to be fair. You know, we don't need to add anything else to that. That's fine as it is. So we can actually get away with freezing that now. But before I do that, I just want to actually listen to the whole thing. And then all we need to do to freeze this, and it'll free up all our CPU. And we can unfreeze anytime, but it's very easy. We just hit this little snowflake here, and it'll just render the track for us. Put a big snowflake over the top of that so we know it's frozen, and it'll grey out the MIDI file. And now we're free to move on to our next one. So it's a really professional DAW Auria. So anyway, let's add something else to that, shall we? Let's go and choose our next track. Let's go to our thing here. That's Armor. But let's go to effects and choose it from in effects. I'm going to go with some arpeggiated stuff, I think. So not that one. Oh, yeah. Now let's have a look at the synth. Oh, by the way, you can. Right, okay, it's not latching. That's cool. You can program the synth if you want, and the cool thing is you can move it around as well. It's quite nifty as Auria. It's really very professional, well thought out. Now I will add also as well. I will add some effects to this, but anyway, I'm going to have this compressed a little bit as well. Don't know why I'm not changing over there, so not sure. Not sure why I can see me channel strip. What's going on here? Right, let's go back in. Where's my comp? And I'm going to have that fade out. So here's what we're going to do with this. I'm going to have a look at this now. I'm going to arm my record because otherwise I'll watch it. And I don't want it to come out. Obviously, I don't want it to come in. And I was in G, so I'll stick to the same key as G. Yeah, strike the like, folks, please, if you're enjoying the mind-bogglingly technical content. Hang on a minute. So let's do this, shall we? Let's record, and then I'll just jump in. Excuse me. It is G. Does it have a? We shall have a look. We shall have a look in a sec, Russ, because I've always used it with a MIDI controller. So this needs to go on for a little bit, obviously. Now we'll probably get it starting to fade out here. Right. So there's our little bit of MIDI, and what we're going to do is I'm going to shorten it anyway a little bit, and we can go in MIDI edit this if we want to. So you know, it's cool beans. So that's going to have to. What am I doing here? What have I done? Have I picked something up here which is converting it to an audio file? Darn it, damn thing already. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Don't use it very often. See what happens when it's done this anyway. Okay, thanks. Right, so I want to fade this out. So if I'm going to go to here, oh, I see what I've done here with the whatever. I'm just going to go to there and play. Why did it stop? It's brilliant for audio, Grant, isn't it? Why isn't me MIDI fading out? Perhaps it will here. Who knows? So what we'll do is don't know why that never faded out. Oh God. I don't know if I want to use it if I can't fade it. Although, to be fair, I could probably do something with it anyway. So yeah, I'll freeze it anyway. Where are we? Go back to. There are ways to do all this. It's just that I'm not that like clued in with Auria, so we'll just freeze it anyway. So make the track as it is, and then we can probably automate. We can probably automate like the mix as it's. We could probably record the automation for the mix, I suppose. But there must be ways to do it in here because it does cover everything. You know what I mean? Right. Anyway, we digress. Let's go back to here, and we've got another track that we set up initially, so we can use that before we have to add any other tracks. So let's see. I'm going to arm it for record. I'm going to go into my mixer, hit the MIDI. Let's go into our effects. Let's choose a. Oh, what's this? Aggressive and distorted pulses. Don't like that. That's not really. It's not really where me and Joe are going here. So what we got? Pads. Cream bell. Now that might be nice, but what we can do now is get very, very, very creative. With some of the FabFilter plugins maybe. So I think either we've got Saturn in here and Timeless 2 and Volcano. Volcano is this kind of very, very cool. See if we can make it a little bit bigger. I'm not sure we can on here. Maybe that's just for the desktop. However, Volcano is a filter, but it's a filter like no other filter, as you would expect with the. So if we go to the, excuse me. Well, I just sneezed. If we go to the thing, we've got like ARP and sequences, we've got beats. So like for instance, if you go to auto comp this particular preset. But ARPs and sequences maybe, so. Here you go. So that from that's the effect. And we could bring in some of the drive we want. And then I'm going to go and add in a timeless on there as well. And maybe use let's get that overdriven sound. That's absolutely epic. So now if I take out if I take out Volcano and Timeless, that's the sound. And we even have movement in that actual patch as well. But with these two in, that's awesome. And that added to the actual to where this starts, like this. That's brilliant. So I'm going to set this off. I've got it on to record. I'll move the timeline back. Yes. It's awesome stuff. Let that fade out. And I'll just unarm the record as well. So yeah, so this is pretty cool. So now I know I'm almost 100% certain I could actually get away with and freeze. So all I'm going to do is go to our track here, our effects track for this, and I'm just going to check channel strips. Actually, I might should I just add a titchy tiny bit of I don't know, let me see. Just let me see if I just add the titchy tiny bit of this. To that actual sound. And I'm definitely going to freeze that now because we've got tons of stuff, absolutely tons of stuff running on. I've got a Pro Q, Timeless, Volcano. So I want to be actually freezing that track now, so we get rid of all them effects, and we don't need to worry about them taking up any CPU, and all our CPU will go back to 0 and it'll be fab. There we go, and we can close this, and let's just see what we've got so far, shall we? Let's go back to the beginning. I can of course still mix. Thanks, Scott. Okay, so let's add another one, shall we? Let's add another track. So go to menu, add track. I'm going to add one MIDI track. Oh, sod it, I'll add two just in case we have time. Two, okay. And this time I really want to take this down because I want like Joe to add some like spooky stuff. She's very good at adding spooky stuff to a section. So take a nice kind of like a nice pad sound and see what we can come up with. So I shall go to my mixer view and on, I guess I could name these. Yeah. I don't use Auria very often. See, I only reinstalled it again last night and then want to watch some of my old videos on it. But it's really very good. It's very, 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 very professional DAW. VV professional, VV. So we got here now, so I'll switch to MIDI on for that, and it defaults to our Lyra piano. Maybe some of the lovely she has everything I have, Scott. She's my wife. That's one of them revelation sounds. I don't know, you know, there's something I like. Maybe in fifths. Yeah, you see, now I've just had a thought. Ding! Do you know when you get a ding moment? So I've got this Lyra choir, and I'm going to add in an Eventide Blackhole reverb. Now, the Pro R reverb in here is very good, but I want the Eventide Blackhole. Flipping heck. Here we go. Eventide Black. Oh, do I want mangled verb? Oh dear. Now you see what I've. Oh dear. Do I want? Oh no. Do I want a shimmer? Oh god. Shimmer. Maybe a shimmer on a quiet. No, I'm going to stick with my original intention and put Eventide's Black Hole in here. But I'm going to increase the depth of the modulation. You hear that? And just go. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to get it to like chant. In time. Joe added Joe added about 3 black holes to one IM1 track the other day. Hang on. Yeah, let's end. That is wicked. And that with a little tiny bit of the old comp to just, because I'm losing a lot of it with reverb. Oh, let's just. See, I could, but it wouldn't sound right, I don't think. So I think I'll have positive gravity. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. I do. I like it a lot. Sorted. Where's Russ? Fucking brilliant. Nice. That. Right, so yeah, I'm gonna take it somewhere from about just before this ends, so we'll just have quick practice, eh? Hi, Josh. You see what I want, I think I'll wait till closer to the end, because all that space where that reverb is working, that's where Joel starts to put stuff in, I think. I don't know. Let's see. You're not track enabled. Right, yo. So it tells you anyway if you haven't armed. The reverb tail's incredible. Now, of course, if this was Joe, she'd put another 3 or 4 black holes on there. This one would just be not be enough. Right, awesome stuff. We have our MIDI, and actually we can actually see that we can move that in a little bit as well, just tidy this thing up. Let's have a quick listen, just see how it worked out okay. That is pretty cool. Awesome. Yeah, that's going to catch the tail. Go in and got an Eventide Blackhole. We don't need to do anything at all. We don't need no EQ, etc. Let's just freeze the track, so it frees up our space. Although to be fair, it isn't taking up a lot of space. So yeah, awesome. Well, guys, listen, we've gone on what, nearly an hour now, I think. Gosh, yeah. I think I'll let you go soon. We'll listen to the whole thing and then I need to add, obviously want to do more with this track in here before I transfer this over. So Joe's got plenty to be going on with. As you've seen, we just dropped another one in that we'd finished. Well, I'd finished my part too. Let's see. So let's go back to it and. That choir does sound absolutely brilliant. Epic. And I don't need to save it because Auria auto saves and remembers it for me, so that's very cool. Okay, guys, thank you. Oh, it's 3 minutes so far, so only a little bit to add now, and then it can go over to Joe to be finished off. So yeah, awesome stuff. Thanks very much for joining me this afternoon in the UK. The time is now 15:30-ish, 3:30 in the UK. In the afternoon, I will be back this evening with something else, I think. Maybe some presets or something. I'm not sure yet. I can't remember. But anyway, I want to maybe do the Mela 2 synth preset pack by Son of Israel, Sam Israel. And yeah, it's really nice. It's a big stunner. It's a paid pack though, but you're basically paying Sam directly. You know, there's a PayPal, and he'll send you the presets. Anyway, thanks, and I hope you feel better again this evening, Stephen, and can join us at 8 p.m. UK time if anyone else is interested or around and they want to hear some stuff. Yeah, brilliant. I will see you all later. I'll let you say ta-ra to each other for a few minutes, and yeah, bless you all. Thank you very much for watching. See you later. Ta-ra.